Considering what a bad year 2023 has been at the box office, maybe potentially the worst year that DC has ever seen since they started putting movies out, Blue Beetle, Shazam, The Flash, and now to top it all off, Aquaman 2, not a whole lot of people expected big things from this movie. In fact, most people expected it to fail miserably at the box office. But even with those low projections, somehow, Aquaman 2 continues to disappoint. Jason Momoa's Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom floats like a turd, we should say that, to the top of the box office, but flounders with $28 million opening. A $28 million traditional opening for Aquaman 2. And then even though people expected it to make up to $12 million on Christmas, it even fell short of the mark there. After a lower than estimated $27.7 million 3-day weekend. To put that in perspective, that's barely higher than Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle, which was a movie about a character that not a ton of people are really engaged with, right? That nearly had the same opening weekend as a movie that's a sequel to a $1 billion movie 5 years ago. That when you think about it in that perspective, it's insane what a colossal failure this is. But then Christmas came, and it nearly got beat by Wonka. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom falls to second place at the U.S. box office with a lower than projected $10.6 million Christmas Day holiday, less than half of Aquaman's $22 million on Christmas Day. Aquaman 3 is a disastrous $38.3 million compared to Aquaman's $83 million even before Christmas Day, because Christmas fell on a Tuesday that day. It's mind-boggling what a failure this is. Let's just take a look at the DCEU in history, right? Like I said, the only thing it's higher than is Blue Beetle. Wonder Woman and the Suicide Squad, when they came out, both of them were on HBO Max on the same day, and both of them, especially Wonder Woman, had to factor in that theaters were closed for COVID. Suicide Squad, when that came out, still limited capacity at theaters, and everybody was forced to be masking almost everywhere. Nothing like that for Blue Beetle and Aquaman. No excuses, just pathetic fucking failure. And now, on Christmas Day, the one thing you got to give Warner Brothers credit for, I guess, is they own Christmas Day, the top 3 movies, because they decided, hey, let's just put them all out there. Color Purple, its debut was on Christmas. That's why it's such a massive $18 million Christmas Day. Aquaman with 10.6. Look at Wonka. In its second weekend, with a budget of probably half of that of Aquaman, this is the second Monday? This might be its third Monday, actually. With Wonka sitting here at $10.3 million. Either way, was released a week before Aquaman, and it said they almost beat it on Christmas. That does not bode well for how Aquaman is going to perform over the holidays. And despite some people, some Disney shills out there trying to claim that no one's talking badly about it, it's getting ripped. It's getting destroyed everywhere. The difference between this and something like the Marvel's failure is that this has really been expected in a big way, that Aquaman 2 would be a massive disappointing failure and another money loser for DC and for Warner Brothers. Now, is whatever they make from Wonka, which a lot of people are expecting a $500 million global run, it probably has around a $350 million break-even point. And then The Color Purple, that is a $100 million budget. We'll see how this does internationally, if that can get to $300 million and break even. But will those successes potentially, what will be successes over Christmas, will that make up for another probably multi-$100 million loss when it comes to Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom? Most people expect if they're lucky, they'll cancel each other out. But it has not been a good Christmas for Aquaman 2. Every prediction, even if it was bad, even underperformed that. A very big indictment on the way people feel about the current state of the DC universe. Capping off, as like this headline says, it's worst year since Batman and Robin. I would argue that they lost way less money that year than they have this year. Blue Beetle, The Flash was one of the biggest flops Warner Brothers has ever seen. Shazam 2, and now Aquaman 2, losing hundreds of millions of dollars across the board, and at the end of the day, they're rebooting this entire franchise. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.